When Rock Band was first announced for the PSP, people were all like, "It'll be watered down," or "What's the point? I want a mini drum kit." Well, okay, maybe only Media Mike wanted a mini drum kit, but whatever. The point is that a lot of folks were worried over what kind of game this would be. And of course, things only got worse when people found out it was single player only. I mean, this is the whole Rock Band thing, right? So is Rock Band Unplugged a cheap franchise cash-in or a well thought out PSP port? Well, you clicked on the video, friend, so I'm going to tell you all about it. If there's one thing about this game, it's that the presentation wasn't half-assed at all. This does feel like a Rock Band game. Now, some people may feel like this is too much like Rock Band 2, but I really don't see it as a completely bad thing. Sure, the city, tour progressions, and promoters might look familiar to Rock Band 2 fans, but I mean, it's still pretty impressive. It might disappoint Rock Band aficionados, but this franchise has never been on the PSP before, so the fact that they squeezed all this stuff in is pretty awesome. Because the game is just single player, I personally had a better sense of ownership over the band. In the console version, I'd make my character and never touch him again. I just wanted to hurry up and play with my friends, you know? Since you have to be every member of the band, it's actually a much more personal experience. I actually enjoy tweaking how everyone looks. It's also cool that they integrated the music store that'll let you download songs. Of course, we couldn't actually check out the store since it doesn't go live till the game launches. But, you know, they've already have a pretty proven track record on how this thing works. I do find it a little bit dumb that the songs are the exact same price as the console version. I don't mind paying for it, but I'm not getting anything out of the return, you know? It would be nice if I didn't have to re-buy the songs I already had on my PS3, or at least these songs worked with my PS3, but I mean, how many times can I buy Wonderwall? Graphically, the environments and characters look good, but I find it a bit disappointing that band members are just randomly hitting drums and strumming their guitars. Over on the PS3, the stuff was dependent on what you did. Here, that's not the case. Being a music game, the sound quality is nearly perfect. I mean, who knew that I'd love ABC by the Jackson 5 so much? And I think the track list is solid. Although it's a bit disappointing that only 9 of these tracks have never been in a Rock Band game before. Gameplay-wise, Unplugged is awesome. We've covered this before in a video preview, but the game is basically like frequency or amplitude. Using the left, up, triangle, and circle buttons, you play phrases of a particular instrument, be it guitar, bass, drums, or vocals, and then hop to the next instrument track via the shoulder buttons. If you flub part of a phrase, the notes keep coming until you nail it, but this means that you're going to be ignoring other tracks and getting closer to failing. I really dig how the instrument you're playing becomes louder than the other tracks, and it feels great when you get everything going in one smooth song. This is not like the console versions where you do your thing and then have to wait for another interesting bit to come along. Jumping around instruments is more frantic and very rewarding. When I play Rock Band at home, I'm strictly a singer or a bass player, but here I can play the drums and the guitar, and when everything's going, man, I feel like a badass. For those who want a challenge outside of the traditional world tour, there's also a survival mode where all the tracks are going at the same time. Your job is to jump from track to track, making sure none of these things fail out, even though there's notes on every one of them. Basically, it's like being that dude who puts plates on the pole, spins one, goes, spins another, comes back, keeps one spinning. It's a lot of fun. Although I wish there was more exclusives, the track listing is solid. There's 41 songs, and it's a mix of popular tracks you've seen in Rock Band games before, so you probably won't be disappointed. Rock Band Unplugged is a solid offering for the PSP. It's fun, it's got some good features, and it's Rock Band. The big question here is how long you're going to play this game without multiplayer. I had a great time unlocking everything, but I don't think that downloading songs will keep me coming back to Unplugged like it did with the other Rock Bands. I mean, before I'd be downloading songs to play with my friends, but here I'm just downloading songs to go into survival mode. It doesn't have the same effect for me. Still, this game is well worth playing, and I mean, you can take your band on the road, which is awesome, and plus you don't have all those plastic guitars to clutter up your car, right? For the full written review, head to IGN.com.